Okay, so this is Grand Ages. This is an overview. You can zoom in a bit more than that. Um, I had commentary to this, but it turns out it didn't record. But yeah, you can zoom in a bit more than what I'm doing here. This is just showing roads and how the villages and stuff, and the graphics of the overview. And that's what you see there is the builder's options for upgrading roads. This is inside a town. This will give you this is where you produce your goods and stuff like that, that you get from different areas. So like here, it's won't give me honey and iron because they're not in that area. So you need to build a town somewhere where there is iron and coal to make the most money and give you the most amount of resources to sell. This is your troops and barracks and stuff, and you get different troops from different areas of the map. So like right in front of in London and stuff, where this is where I started off, you get the longbowmen, and this town here is it's got the crown over the top because it's I'm an emperor, and that's my main town. If that gets taken off me, then the game's over, no matter how many other towns I've got left. So every other town is fine except for that one you don't want to lose. Yeah. Well, it's not really fine because you lose resources and stuff like that. But yeah, and these are all just different towns that I've placed or taken over diplomatically, or you can do it militarily, but I do it diplomatically with just the start of the game. Later, military comes later on. And then you can see underneath that little sign there, there's a little like beige sort of thing, and that's indicating that there's what's in there. There's like if it's on the left, it's like a trader. If it's on the right, it's either a scout or a military unit. Yeah, and this is just sort of showing you a close up of my main town, which is not really a big town compared to what the AI builds, but yeah, I'm hoping it'll do for the moment. But yeah. So now I'm just looking around the map, and so I think that this is where I'm explaining the different troops you get. So like in Italy, you get the pikemen. Up where I'm pointing now, you get the flailsmen, which are the third unit on the bottom from the left. And yeah, you get different units from different areas. And so like if I dominate an area like England and Italy, I get the generals, which is what I'm pointing out there. And it'll be all cleared like it is there. See how those two areas are really cleared compared to the rest of the map. It's all splotchy sort of thing. But yeah, that's how you get generals and stuff, and they give you different advantages in battle. Like the archer guy that you see on the far left on the bottom, it gives you 20% ranged damage for your archers, and the pike guy does 20% extra damage when in battle, I guess, for all units within a certain distance. I mean, the same with the range guy. Yeah, you'll find like iron and coal in mountains and stuff like that.
Out of the way!
And little events like ruins and old windmills and carts and stuff like that, where they might be abandoned, so there might be like wild animals, like caves and ruins have wild animals. Yeah, bandit hideouts have like various bandits depending on which country they're from, it seems. This is a close-up of the troops and stuff. That's about as fancy as it gets. There's not much to really look at when it comes to the battle. Sometimes when you're taking over a town with catapults and bashing in and stuff like that, that's kind of alright when you go over it quick. Yeah, so we're just heading up to this ruin here to have a bit of a scrap.
Out of the way!
The fighting's like, it's completely chaotic, would be the best way to put it. But you can kind of arrange things in a little bit more. Once the battle's going, it's just, yeah, because you can't arrange your troops once you're in combat. Yeah, it's very hard. You can only get them to retreat, pretty much. And you have a little option where you press triangle over the top of them and it'll give you like a shield or a lightning bolt, which is like one's defensive and one's attack. And then there's a little flag there behind near the shield. And that's an automatic retreat, which is good if you want to sort of attack but don't lose all your men completely. That means you just have to retrain the unit, and it's good if they're experienced units and like expensive units to have that option.
Nobody's going to stop us.
We're just going to go in and attack, and here comes some wild animals. And as you click on the ruin there, yeah, all the animals come out and stuff. And my guys will deal with that, no worries at all. The animals are pretty harsh on this, but with a large enough army you can generally deal with them. Some of the ruins and stuff, if they've been left for a long time, and bandit camps and stuff, the longer you leave them, the harder they are to get rid of. The harder the ruins you can't get rid of, but bandit camps you can, but they're just sort of harder if they're left there for a long time. And so it's good to sort of, what I do is I put a defensive tower near any ruins, near my towns and stuff, just to stop them, because animals will plunder your trade routes and stuff like that, and so will bandits. So. Yeah. And as you can see, it's just chaotic scurrying around, pretty much, by the troops. There's not much order or anything. Like the longbowmen are standing back, and that's about the only thing that's really kind of any sort of strategical value. So yeah, that's one of the guys. He's auto-retreating because I don't want to lose my experienced men, because the army I've built up has sort of come from all different regions to have like the best men I can for as little cost as possible. Just for a standing army sort of thing, so I can deal with situations like this, which you will need. And sometimes pretty early in the game, but not in campaign. Campaigns are a lot easier than free play, but in free play, yeah, it's a bit tricky. You can get some pretty hardcore bandits pretty early in the game, but you get enough troops you can deal with them quickly. The problem is affording the troops early in the game, and and having the development points put into anything half decent. These are I'm just pointing out like different areas, like that you'll be able to see with the settler. I don't have any settlers on me in this recording, but I'll just show you what one is, and it shows you everything. Like so you go into your little area and you get your settler, and it shows you what they cost and everything down the bottom to build, and then up the top it's like with your troops as well. There's a up the top left there's a coin thing that's like your maintenance costs for that unit per week sort of thing, and so but settlers you generally won't keep along for a long time because you just want to move them along, but they're only 200 anyway. Yeah, your mercenary units, like they're 200 as well, but they're pretty crap. But they'll deal with some of the early stage animals and stuff like that. Yeah, and you can place your villages anywhere you want on the map, but it's best to place them in places with the optimum amount of resources. As many resources as you can cram into one place as possible, just for options and stuff like that later on down the track. These are all your tradable items, and you use your building items and stuff like that, and and you get like I said, 4 different areas. And you go into like this one, you go into development. This is where your development points get spent on buying the ability to basically research and get better stuff, like that gives you a workshop, that gives you defense towers, that gives you better roads, and different stuff, and better churches, all that sort of stuff, and better trade options, and quicker trading, and more space on your cards. There's your military units, then the academy, which I haven't reached yet, which is when you get over 250,000 citizens. So that's basically it. Okay.